Hmm. Okay. Let us go and do this.
We'll be here, Captain.
Yes, ma'am. I want to play some Skyrim after this. Fallout 4. They modded both with ESO and Ultimate Immersion slot list. Alright, where are we going? See on the stars. Mantle examine. That's how it be. Sometimes. Minister Clark.
Oh, there.
Ugh. I know there's a couple of side quests too.
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the fullest extent of company policy. This ultimatum brought to you by Universal Defense Logistics.
I'm here for Minister Clark.
That's funny. The minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much look like one of those couriers from HPS. Sure you are.
Mr. Clark.
Is one healthy if they are well adjusted to a sick society?
I don't know, Vicar. Spectrum vodka, a glass very fine.
What? Guess I'm seeing things.
Quietly now.
What was that? Not so fast! What do you think you're doing? All right. Move along, huh? What was that?
Trouble incoming, Captain.
That no! Last one!
Please don't! I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
Damn, that just like escalated. Shit. Bijou, review.
Well, you're getting an early start on the day's parcels, aren't you? Welcome to Halcyon Parcel Service. Deliveries guaranteed within standard margins of accuracy. Halcyon Parcel Service is the most dependable parcel delivery service in the colony. You might even say we're part and parcel of Halcyon's commercial enterprise. That's just a little parcel joke.
Me to come here?
Nope, just parcels. We don't deal in packages.
What's the difference?
It's very technical. Halcyon Parcel Service strictly adheres to the standards and definitions of packaging as outlined by the Executive Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. We can ship all the parcels you want. But if I start shipping packages, I could get into some real trouble. Handcuffs and hard labor trouble.
Okay, do you have a parcel waiting for Clark? Minister Clark?
We do, in fact, have a parcel here for a Mr. Clark, Minister.
I'm gonna pick it up.
You're not an official member of the Halcyon Parcel Service team. That means you'll have to sign a release form.
How do I do that?
Oh, I'd have to submit a request for a release form, and then wait for a receipt for my request of a release form. Couldn't say. We've got a backlog, and I'm planning on retiring in the next 35 years, but I could give my successor a memo on your behalf. You're welcome to lodge a complaint in our...
Oh, God.
You do that? Wow. Hey, you know, A positive review from the minister would go... Here's your parcel to be delivered to Mr. Clark, comma, minister.
Okay, that was pretty simple. Didn't need to do all that killing from earlier. 35 more years to go to retirement.
Trouble incoming, Captain.
Oh, shit.
Everyone all right?
Shit. I hope. Hammersmith invites you to come see the greatest tossballs. Look at that creature. Halcyon Terra 2 Vanderbilt Corporate Sentinel.
There's nothing to see here. Move along.
You know, that's just the sort of thing folks say when they're trying to hide something.
I have no idea what you're talking about, sir.
Delivery from the minister.
Yeah? Let's see. Looks like your papers are in order.
Thanks for your time, buddy. The Dissident Hunter. Mr. Clark. Are you up here, good sir? Ah, there he
How
is.
did you get in here? You're not one of my guards.
Ah, African
What
descent.
are you doing here?
Mr. Clark, I had no idea.
Oh, my law. Captain, that's the minister! Mr. Clark! Oh, wow!
Minister Clark, what a remarkable honor it is to meet you.
If this is about another Aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more. Have I not made myself clear? Slowly and loudly, Aloysius, that's the only way these morons... I said, you may tell Charles to go fuck himself.
Calm down, I'm just here to ask you some questions. Call me more than you know.
Then you're not part of Rockwell's PR team. That means you're a dissident? A real live dissident? But what are you doing here? And how did you get in?
I'm here for the demetal so fast I'm don't ask questions. Wait, you're a dissident?
My friend, the slightest demonstration of independent thought or action renders one a dissident in the board's rather expansive definition of the term, which is why I'm dying to know what brought you here. Drugs, of course. What else? Why did I get my hopes up? Back to idiot speak. I don't have any...
He's got no idea what we're asking about.
Will that...
I have a cool record proving if I've been holding dimethyl sulfide. When I drive through chemicals, and if you have been ordering them, who has?
Oh dear, I don't think... Of course. It's Chairman Rockwell. He's kept me under house arrest for years. I've long suspected him of transacting business in my name. But this proves it.
He's attempting to game the system, but he won't be able to get away with it forever. Eventually, Rockwell's house of cards will top.
I dearly hope so. Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the one behind it. Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office.
This all feels off, Captain. Like when there's a storm coming, but everything's quiet and still.
Believe me, things have been off around here for a very, very long time. A reckoning is most certainly...
Captain, we must investigate Rockwell. An injustice like...
Indeed, it cannot. Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter. Via the Acropolis district, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons. When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are. Oh, I haven't been allowed up there in years. I shudder to think what Rockwell's done with the place. A gilded minibar, perhaps? A personal theater. The man has too much money. Wait. Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate. But they need to know what's happening here. What isn't on it is the real question. I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability reports, and more, all exposing the corruption and mismanagement plaguing Halcyon. Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help.
But they wouldn't get here for... I don't even know. Shouldn't we do something our own selves?
It's worth a try, but the Earth Directorate still... Depending on the nature of their response, months at least, perhaps years. Organizing and sending personnel all the way out here is no mean feat. And now I entrust it...
Oh, there. That's one right there.
Chance.
Wow, look at the size of this basement. If someone back home wanted to make a secret lab, they'd have to put it in a closet.
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside? Hagen? I've never heard of her. Is she from the board? Damn it. I knew this would happen.
That's a gentlemanly way of putting it, Captain. She's obsessed with aliens.
This is utter nonsense. I've never even been to Groundbreaker.
We went to Cascadia and Station 28-4. I know all your dirty secrets.
What happened to the team? Tell me you didn't move their suspension tanks. Small consolation. My team, the finest minds of their generation, reduced to salvage.
How are you trying to prove experimental and stuff?
My what conspiracy? Let's talk about this. Please, I think there's been a crucial misunderstanding. Just give me a second to explain myself. If you still want to shoot me, at least it'll be for an accurate reason. If you came looking for some elaborate scheme, it isn't here. All I'm doing is trying to keep Halcyon alive.
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving. Our produce might get us through the day, but we're getting weaker as a species, and sicker.
Lack of nutrition also spread like a sickness through Edgewater.
Is that why everyone in Edgewater was so sick? Not a plague, but vegetables?
The lack of usable nutrients is compromising our immune systems. Under these conditions, even the common cold could seem like a plague.
Interesting.
The food
Maybe the
grow
vegetables
here
being grown in
barely
this system
sustains
doesn't have
human
the same
life.
nutrients as on
The
Earth.
colony won't last under these conditions.
And we ought to be able to survive
So,
along with the
the board
combination
let
of
me
living in
approach
this
the problem
atmosphere.
from a different angle.
Body chemistry might be different.
I believe that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does have.
Interesting. Hold on, what about the aliens?
Look around. We're the only intelligent aliens in Halcyon.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Not for lack of trying. I wanted to save them all, but I wasn't strong enough.
You burned through a lot of valuable scientists to arrive at zero solution.
I wouldn't allow us to experiment on convicts or the unemployed. It's wrong, no matter what the law says. Everyone agreed. We accepted the risks. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius Vanderbilt, but heard nothing back.
Isn't the Vanderbilt one of the assault cruisers during Halcyon?
It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never re-established contact after the skip to Earth. Of course, the board is keeping that under wraps.
I can certainly understand why.
How'd you lose half a pair of ships like it were a sock?
The board is uneasy about letting the colony know, seeing as half of their military force vanished without a trace. I'd prefer if you didn't use my name when you talk about this. My contract has a list of very terrible consequences for breaking secrecy.
Or wants to adapt the entire population of Halcyon?
Once we can replicate a success, the board will move to rewire our nucleon. With any luck, our next generation will be eating and thriving off Halcyon crops.
You really think the board got our best interests at heart? I mean, they say, but I'm just not sure.
We haven't made enough strides to advance the plan.
Yeah, you're trying. Enough talk. Where do we go from here?
You came to kill me. I assume that's still on the table. Please don't. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing. And we'll be no closer to a solution that feeds the colony.
You know Phineas well. If you work with him, I'll spare you. Keep working with the board on a plan to save Halcyon. What do you think, Vicar?
It may not be pretty, but we risk the colony's downfall if we hinder the doctor's research.
I hope you know what you're doing, Captain.
Parvati, what do you think?
It seems like she's trying to help, Captain. Honest help. Ain't many in the colony doing that. We should let her try.
Everything I did was for the good of... The one on the wanted posters? They say he's an anarchist. I'll do it.
Doctor!
What choice do I have, Commander?
There really is no inconspiration.
For the last time... No. I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to work together. For now, I'd better pack up the lab and head somewhere discreet.
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond... Give me one reason why I should let you walk out of here alive.
What if I give you 3,672 reasons?
That'll do, sucker. Now move along. The doc has a lot of work ahead.
Okay then. A lot of people trying to save the colony in their own way. Some with vegetables, others with drugs. Retirees.
That's the last of them. Finally. Is it just me, or are we getting more and more retired?
The retirement district.
Welcome to the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Early Retirement Center. You, the lucky few, have been selected to spend the rest of your days living the high life in your own... When you arrive, you'll be whisked away to your very own luxury penthouse, furnished exclusively by 24/7 Furniture's deluxe Falscowood collection.
Which is going to be the exact opposite, because this is Halcyon we're talking about, and the board which screws you more over than the devil himself.
Oh no.
Wow. What y'all do?
Well, unexpected security personnel.
Oh shit.
System overpricing.
Oh, the board is done. I don't give a crap.
Performing unexpected.
You are done. Y'all are sick, board.
Well done. We are victorious.
Captain? Look out!
Seal hatch. Oh, that board is dead, buddy.
System.
I'm so killing them. Spectrum vodka, a glass for every class.
I'll sue every technician and...
You didn't seem too much like traveling with us before you met that hermit fellow.
Yes. I was kind of an ass, wasn't I?
I wouldn't say that. You were more of an...
Oh, there. That's one right there.
Well, I'm just glad you're not like that anymore.
Radiating off of him.
Oh, I'm still an ass, just someone who knows he is. It's quite amusing, the ridiculous things that go through my head.
Just like the rest of us, then. You're all right, Mr. Vicker.
I must admit, I'm getting a certain thrill out of our little arrangement. If this goes well, perhaps I'll start hiring wandering delinquents to handle all of my affairs. It is going well, I...
Brutal execution. You should see for yourself.
What? You mean it's just a sham they perpetuate so they can dispose of the rabble? That's brilliant. To take the most burdensome members of our society and simply remove them. Oh, I'll never doubt the wisdom of the board again. Why, I had no reason... And how else would I react? A vagrant such as yourself couldn't possibly...
Ooh, I'm gonna lie to her. Send her to her death. It's not the worst unless it's worst. And that... Spectrum vodka. Oh, where we at? Ooh, I'm gonna lie to her. Alright.
Every technician
Oh, there. That's... I must...
It's a paradise. You should go see it yourself.
I knew it. I just knew it. What a... A fountain of it? I bet it's Spectrum Ultraviolet, too. Disgraceful. I can't believe they kept this from us. Here, take your payment. I have to fetch my things. I don't care what I have to do. They'll give me luxury or give me death.
I feel like I ought to be more conflicted about this.
This is it. I'm finally going to get the life I deserve.
I am curious to see Titus Androidicus. It's not the one. Let's see if I can find her
Some
body.
assembly required. 24/7 Furniture is not responsible for any injuries, psychological damage, or divorce litigations that occur during the assembly process. After you get settled in, you'll have the chance to explore your new home.
Here they come. Come! Good! Everyone all right?
She among the dead. Let me find out. Ortisan English views an NPC in the other worlds. Early retirement district. Where are you, Fortison? Not good. Clearly not here. Am I here too early? Oh, so sad. Oh, what's that? What was that here? Fortison Ingoldsby. Oh shit. So, how do you feel about that, Fortison? Fortison Ingoldsby. You're dead now. Oh, look at that. Lived off your grandfather. So what, he came in through here. So he came in through there, shock and all. You ran. You gotta get cover. And now you're dead with them. Wealth means nothing. Body will rot down here to the grinder. Forever forgotten. Big fish here. She deserves to die. It's just not on my ethics.
Welcome to the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Early Retirement Center. You, some assembly required. 24/7 Furniture is not responsible for any injury, psychological damage, or divorce litigations that occur during the assembly process.
Surely the change of the colony or the... Maybe she should die.
Processing data. Beginning security patrol. System alert.
Mess with us.
I'll sue every technician and employee who's ever touched this damned device.
Oh, there. That's one. I must... What? Brilliant. Why, I had no reason. And how else would I... But...
Like, after all. That's right, you're gonna pay me more for being such a bitch.
No, that's all right. Sizable fee it is. My, you're really quite primal, aren't you? Fascinating. In any event, while I'm deeply grateful for the peace of mind you've brought me, I will need some solitude to fully bask in it. So if there's nothing further...
Alright. Let's investigate. Acropolis.
The Acropolis district is off limits.
Mind if I take a breather? I'm pretty tired of following around these bits.
What in the law's name are you on about?
These 3,000 bits have been weighing on me all day. Here, hold them.
Sure. Let me just take that off your hand. Did I say restricted area? slip of the tongue. What I...
Oh.
Just act like we belong.
Welcome to the official headquarters of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Board. Today's Wave Pharmaceuticals.
And an Onticleal subsidiary. That's its own little situation. What the hell?
State your business. Please step away. Huh. I didn't realize we were still using those iridescent stickers. But this looks right. I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised request to carry 32B form. Now let's... I was going to suggest that my... Look, you don't have time to wait on new forms. And I can't afford the site. Just know there are a bunch of guards upstairs, and they're all high on dervish mist and low on patience.
Let us just go. Quick save.
I understand you're Maverick Johnston's new star. Personal assistant to Adjutant Akande and Chairman Rockwell. I'm also responsible for... Ah. Oh, you were being serious. Will there... Excuse me, just a moment. Is there something I can do for you? I beg your pardon, Minister Clark's former office is currently closed to solicitor.
It belongs to the architecture.
I suppose that is...
Oh, what the hell?
One person gets all this space. Just to sign papers all day?
Damn, boy. It's snowing outside? Percival, how long does it take to clear out an abandoned office? Toss Clark's belongings into the streets of Vidalia for all I care. He's not used to them. Just get my office extension done before I return. I'm tired of staring at that hole in the wall. Oh, so they're gonna turn that hole into an entrance way, okay. For law's sake, do something about the doom and gloom presentation. We have the brightest minds in Halcyon working in our public relations department. They make this announcement sound like a damn funeral elegy. We need something bright and cheerful. So... Wednesday massage. With plenty of food, real food stored away from intercolony trade. Hungry no matter how much they eat. Fortunately, it's gone too expensive to continue buying from even the closest colonies. Sophia. Chairman, amid increased income congruence, we have plenty of food, real food, stored away from our intercolony trade. We have... I've made inquiries and confirmed that stored away from our intercolony... Oh, there's other colonies. There's Earth and there's other colonies other than Halcyon. They trade with them. Soon people are going to start feeling hungry no matter how much they eat. Unfortunately, it's gotten too expensive to continue buying from even the closest colonies. But, so there's more than one. There's some close ones. But what we have was sustained by Byzantium and a minimal workforce for the foreseeable future. There. In 3 to 9 months, again, it depends on the position of the Earth and other factors. Chairman, the rough cut of the presentation is prepped to play. The PR department has a lot of work to do because the basic Halcyon is on the brink of starvation. The board scientists are working on a solution. Workers can look forward to the lifetime employment program. Chance to contribute. You'll see the current version when you print your key card for the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Yes, the Dimitro Sofasa has been delivered there. It's waiting for your sign-off on the board stroke, so I wanted to make sure you saw it over.
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
That was all a story, wasn't it? It's not real.
It is.
Well, that was quite
Where'd you go?
Can we talk? If I still believed in the grand plan, a revelation like this would have seriously shaken my faith. Knowing you, I can only assume you have already begun formulating... Yes, of course. And your ability to get out of tight situations virtually undetected hasn't failed us so far. I wouldn't say my parents disowned me, strictly speaking. But before they died, they accused me of thoughtlessly abandoning them. I couldn't understand it. I was only trying to make them proud by becoming a better vessel for the plan, to feel the joy they felt. I was so certain my potential was wasted as a laborer, and was willing to risk everything just... Will do, Captain.
Where are we headed?
Oh boy. I wonder what my other teammates have to say about this.
Hey, Captain. I got a thing I want to ask you. It's kind of big. I was thinking about what you said before, after we went to the Lost Hope on the Groundbreaker. I think I'm ready to stop fretting and fussing and ask Junlei to go steady, straight out. And I'm thinking of doing it here, on the ship.
That's sweet. Can I help?
I was kind of hoping you'd offer. The thing is, I can't ask her over like this. I mean, look at me. I smell like sweat most days, and, well, don't look too close at my fingernails. I was thinking, hoping. Oh, that nice older lady in the rest and go, Miss Gladys? She seemed to know lots of things. Maybe she knows where to find fancy soap. I mean, only if you're not busy. Or when you're heading through Groundbreaker for something else. Anyhow, next time we
Max. Maximilian. Vicar. Vicky.
Yes?
Aw, this is no fun anymore. Something on your mind?
Hey, Cap. Hey, Cap.
Wait, what? What the hell's gotten into you, Captain? Fine. Whatever, asshole. I'll make tracks. If I ever see you again, maybe I'll mistake you for a marauder.
You serious? I thought we were getting along. Whatever you say.
I find this... Wish I could say I was surprised, but I got the sense we weren't quite getting on. I'll pack my... All right. I'll be going it alone from here. See you about...
What? You want me to leave? Captain, you can't mean it. Oh. I thought... Never mind, I got it. You won't see hide nor hair of me again. So long, Captain.
Anyways.
Status report. 13 jobs scheduled for area maintenance.
Captain, we gotta talk about what you did to Junlei. I don't got words. She was the one good thing in my life, and now she's... I'm leaving. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I can't look at you. You make me sick. This isn't something you can talk your way out of. You murdered my love. The brightest light in my sky. One day, maybe you'll realize what you've done. Maybe then you can make it up to the universe, but you will never make it up to me. Goodbye, mister. No, mister. I needed Junlei, and you took her away from me. No. There's good people, and there's bad. I didn't want to think on it, but you're one of the bad. And now we all gotta live with it.
Good to see you, boss. Boss, you can't be serious. All right. You don't gotta tell me twice.
Okay. No shit, I didn't realize that could be a thing. Yeah, might as well.
I believe your choice to spare Chartrand would be considered the honorable path, yes? Sublight's money is inconsequential in the face of ethics. Welcome back. How can I be? May
Hephaestus, Tartarus, Typhon.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
When have they ever not approved?
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider.
Best to go. Nyoka.
Is it done?
I'm not gonna kill her.
Well, damn. Contractor grew a conscience. As your employer, I'm both angry and disappointed. I'll add that to your file.
Oh, God.
Technically, I owe you an exit interview. Care to justify your betrayal of our species? Or are we finished here?
Mission Transformers research she's our best shot at survival and has no crazily unlikely someone to feed your paranoia.
You're awfully quick to trust someone who offed her colleagues and called it a good start. Out of my office.
You think maybe she's got an itchy trigger finger? I don't want to find...
I like her, Captain. Let's go before we have to paint this office with her blood.
Time for you to move along. You keep lingering like this, I'm bound to get nervous.
That's right. Launcher, plasma.
C&P chicken and potatoes. At C&P, we know our C&P.
This is Halcyon.
Gracious.
My engineer is looking to do some deep cleansing. Wants to impress Chief Junlei.
I think I got just the thing, my dear. A few years back, Auntie Cleo's put out a home makeover kit, and I snagged a couple for myself. High-grade shampoo and conditioner, scrubby brush, a nice lotion, that sort of thing.
What's the scrubby brush for?
Cleaning around your nails, sweetheart. Gets the engine grease out. Makes your hands soft. Most folk don't got the time. Or bathtubs for such, me included. I'll let you have one on clearance. You want rosish, mock apple and cinnamon, or refurbished ship?
You got any preferences?
Oh, gosh. We never talked about what kind of smells she likes. I think pretty much every spot on Groundbreaker just smells like old socks.
It comes down to what sort of intent you got. If I was looking to do a spy job over in engineering, I'd be safe with refurbished ship. Now, if I was a young thing trying to come on all precious-like, I'd probably go with rosish. But if I was doing it for my own self?
I guess you could eeny, miny, moe it.
Take your time, dear.
We didn't have anything rosish in Edgewater. I heard it smells real pretty, though.
I'll just wrap that up for you.
I'll pay for that, ma'am. Thanks for being so helpful.
You're welcome, dear. Anytime, sweetheart.
And then...
Groundbreaker's safe from melting to bits now. Lots of good people can rest easy because of you. Oh, thanks, Captain. I'm gonna put these someplace safe. In her messages, Junlei said her mama used to make this dish for Monarch. Dustback casserole. Salt tuna and xenogold needle mushrooms. And then for dessert, there's a thing called, sweetheart cake. It's made with... There's gotta be some place in Stellar Bay that can bake a casserole. And I heard tell there's a Rizzo's town near there called Cascadia. What special... Thanks, Captain. I know I'm asking.
You are, sweetie, you are. Against all odds, the unreliable takes flight.
If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark is lucky to have you on his side.
Thank you.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. Good luck, Captain.
Did I not? Damn. Administrator Ludo dead. Back to your home turf, Nayoka. See, it's the bitchiest leaving response ever. I know she's hurt, but damn.
So Ada isn't really alive, but she can still talk like a person. What about Sam? What's it? Sorry. Is he the same thing?
Sam's an automechanical thing, not a computer brain thing like Ada. I don't think Sam understands gender, so you can call him it if you want.
Right, but she's a machine, he's a machine. How are they different?
You know how I said Ada was special? Her wiring's a whole lot more complex than Sam's, so she can simulate a personality better than he can. She got more tools in her box, so to speak.
So he's following his own rules. making everything obnoxiously clean because he has to. Maybe I ought to let up on him a bit.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit.
Sorry, I didn't mean to start you.
Most people don't. Besides, this place is enough to try anyone's nerve.
How's that?
Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rat spewing acid at our wall? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation. And I was a fool for staying. That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back, before the board tucked tail and ran. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. They all want borscht. And the mushrooms, well, not many venture out of town, what with the monsters here. I can whip one up for you, but it'll cost. Here's a menu.
Oh, yikes. I can't cover this much, Captain.
Try harder.
What? No, Captain, I don't want you to do it this way.
It's all right, miss. I'm a coward at heart. Made that clear from the outset. Look, Captain, this is the best I can do without...
Then this is more than reasonable.
I'm mighty glad you reckon so. This is gonna take about an hour in the oven. Nothing I can do to speed it. That's just how cooking. There we are. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to take a leak.
My belly's gurgling just to smell it, Mr. Raymond. Thank you so much.
A pleasure to help such a charming young lady. You're a gentle soul, miss. Be careful with this one, all right? He's kind of a brute.
Oh, gosh. My Tom's rumbling just smelling that casserole.
She has a gentle soul.
I hope this fancy soap we got is extra strength. I'm feeling a mite.
Cigars and Halcyon Windsword cigarettes. Monarch. Riddles. There's a ghost town up in here.
That's how it's done, Captain.
Shit. I also don't know how to use a keypad. Took one from my clinical installed the bridge gate to 2613 BC, so got that was sweet cake.
Aren't those cakes just about the cutest little things you ever seen? The dustbat casserole Mr. Raymond made smells incredible. Oh, I kind of want to take a little taste. But I'm gonna be strong. Now look how cute these cakes from Cascadia are. Someone even traced little hearts in them. I guess that settles dinner. Thanks for hauling me all over creation, Captain. Well, I was gonna, but then it hit me. I got this nice meal all planned out with music, and I got that soap to scrub up with, but I don't got nothing nice to wear, Captain.
Oh, God.
I don't have a head for fashion, and I can't really picture myself. There's this place I heard of in Byzantium, Jolicoeur's Haberdashery. I bet I could find something nigh on perfect. Vicar would say it's the universal equation at work. I reckon it's just that 90% of everything that ain't crap is in Byzantium. I know this is all a little crazy. I saw the lady who runs it on Aetherwave, and, well, she made everybody she dressed feel better. Thanks, Captain. I know I've been asking a lot, but you help me out every time. You're the best.
Don't ever change Parvati. Don't ever change. Delay. Against all odds, the unreliable takes flight. She's definitely my favorite companion. I just mesh with her better. Byzantium.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Terraformed. Ish. Oh, I'm lagging. I have nothing else going on.
Good luck, Captain.
Oh, let's go with Ellie. She should know the clothing stuff of this place. Mystery to Luda. Luda did. Luda Bico. With a little Creeko. Be a better you with your Trinita. How about that shot?
I've always loved that.
You, with the hips. Over here. Let me take a closer look. Don't speak. Hold that posture for a moment while I admire you. You have a natural contrapposto, my dear. The way you rest your weight against your hip suggests a certain rugged charisma possessed only by the mighty primal and the well-traveled spacer. Splendid. I love it.
That's me.
Celeste, you've done it again. I knew from the moment I'm Celeste Jolicoeur. And you, my dear, are exactly what Byzantium needs.
It is. It's like...
Darling, you and that brutish swagger of yours have been on my mind the moment you stepped into my studio. I'm working on a new line of clothing that will shock this city to its core, and I'd like...
Count me in.
Marvelous! You and I are gonna wake this city up like a cold splash of wine to the face. What I need is a survey of the outside world. What does the common laborer wear? How do the wild-eyed... Also, My dear, fashion is a performance art. An outfit without a body is like an instrument. I'll need you to model for me the following. The apparel of an iconoclast, the armor of a marauder, and a full ensemble of spacer gear. And when I say spacer gear, I mean an outfit worn by real spacers. None of that...
No tall shoes, though.
You have the bearing and demeanor of a born moth. If I were an enterprising spacer in need of a wardrobe... Outside Byzantium? Of course not. There's nothing for me outside Byzantium.
Yes. Yet you're sending me all over Halcyon.
Yes, and I'm terribly grateful you've agreed. Look, darling, I don't belong outside Byzantium any more than a fish belongs on the land. Anyway, I'm quite certain Byzantium wouldn't last 3 days without me. I'd return to a smoking ruin of hideous fabrics and mismatched color. Byzantium has lost its élan vital. Everything about this city is so dreadfully stale. I want to make people uncomfortable the way you do. You're an outsider. You clearly don't belong in Byzantium, and yet you strut about, doing as you please.
Yes, I do. Never to tell us to make me uncomfortable.
I'm not some common buttonmonger, darling. I'm an artist. It's my job to make you uncomfortable.
I see, thanks.
You're very well.
Ooh, god damn it. Advanced defensive helmet, platinum on ballistics. Colin Captain Spacer's choice. Buy it.
If I do somehow drop dead in here, promise me you'll drag my corpse somewhere with Monster.
What can I do for you, darling?
My engineer's going on a date. She needs an outfit.
You don't gotta be so forward about my reasons, Captain.
Let me get a good look at you. Turn around, please, darling. My word. Such muscular shoulders. You're a vision, dear.
I am no such thing, ma'am.
Nonsense. You're absolutely lovely. Chin up now. I have just the thing for you. Let me do a back-of-the-envelope calculation. Materials, labor, licensing and copyright. There. Darling, do I look like an amateur? I read her measurements by eye. And don't you ask...
She's an engineer, and she needs to impress her true love.
Love? That's the ultimate luxury, darling. Love. Oh, gracious me.
I don't get why that's funny, ma'am.
Oh, my cherub. Who woos for love anymore? That's so... precious. All right, Captain. Here is the absolute best I can do for you. There are some things I simply cannot skimp on, darling. Such a lovely young lady deserves the best. Now stand back. Back! I'll enter the settings and get these machines spinning. You'll be broke to bespoke in merely an hour.
Okay.
And there we are, my darling girl. I wish you a splendiferous evening. And if you don't mind my asking, have you any interest in modeling?
What? Oh, no, ma'am. All them eyes staring at me? I couldn't. No way, no how. I get scared just thinking on it.
I wish you weren't so shy, my Violet. You truly are beautiful. I hope your date sees that as clearly as I.
Oh, can you believe this outfit? It's so handsome, I'm almost afraid to touch it. Well, I guess that's everything then. After all this time. You know, there's a part Junlei's been looking for. To fix up the air cyclers. They only carried them on big colony ships. Like the Hope. I know. For a while, it felt like everything I did was a little bit of help. And it meant I didn't have to ask her to be mine. Next time we dock with Groundbreaker, I'm doing it. I'll send June a... Oh, this is real scary, Captain. I'm grateful for all you done. I'm so nervous. Having trouble focusing on my...
You met the auto mechanical?
Oh, you mean Sam? He's just the sweetest, ain't he? A real charmer, my dad'd say.
You give him a nickname yet?
Nah, but I've been thinking on one. Gotta get to know him better, I think. It ain't nice to give folks a nickname without...
Okay, then. Junlei, Tennessee.
We've arrived at the groundbreaker.
All right. She's on her way.
Oh,
How do I look?
you look terrific.
Oh, my hands have finally stopped shaking. All right.
Yeah. At least for this situation, I'll look good. It's during older man with one last photo of Parvati's father. What? Where's Parvati's room? I didn't realize. What's her bed? Oh, there's her bed. Yuck. Oh, look. Yeah, let's brought the name Florida into this, otherwise specifically. So, strike with this and you'll go up on.
Hey, Cap.
That's what this wrapped it on your room.
Oh, that's just Frida. She's the first rapt I ever killed. I had her preserved.
How long ago was this?
It had been when I was a kid, so something on the order of 20 years. My parents were very... Me too, to be honest. I'd have thought she'd have started rotting years ago. Her. And of course, she's a great conversationalist. Never argues, never judges.
I'm just gonna close the door.
Yes, you caught me. What's
I told him, Dad, I'm a big girl now. I ain't need your help. I can do it on my lonesome. And he handed me his favorite wrench, the one he used for the canner. He's probably half as tall as I was.
He didn't scold you for talking back to him?
Nah, he was never like that. I always thought it was funny when I'd get indignant about something. Then he'd watch me do whatever it was, make sure I didn't get hurt, but he'd never interfere. I learned a lot that way.
I wish I could have met him. Anyone who helped shape you must have been a special person.
If you're getting this, something's happened to me.
My father and I were often at loggerheads. He had notions of how the station should be run. And I had others. He was fond of saying, "You think Groundbreaker pays for itself? Someone's..."
Leave him alone. You can't take her.
Every SAM unit.
Good job, Sam. Oh, help it, wonderful girl. Oh.
Okay, Captain, she's gone.
I want all the details.
I feel like running laps around the cargo bay. So she got here, and, well, she sneezed. She said, wow, new soap? And I was like, yeah, rose-ish. Turns out it tickled her nose. Oops. And then she just sort of touched my arm real gentle-like and called the cut of my outfit elegant. I couldn't hear the rest on account of my heart was beating so hard. Then I led her into the kitchen. I think she about cried when she saw the spread.
I know.
She stood stock still and just said, oh, real soft. Oh, and let me tell you, I was sweating. And then she blinked and said, is that dustbat casserole?
Yes, sir.
I told her how we got Mr. Raymond to bake it for us, so it was double authentic. Made by a real live monarch person. Well, we talked a bunch over dinner about the things we learned just through messages, stuff we repaired, how I taught her to salvage and she taught me to build. When I brung out the sweetheart cakes, June, she got a little teary, said she had a thing she needed to say. But I stopped her because I wanted to say it first. I never felt so bold, Captain.
That's what's up, girl.
I told her about how she made me feel. Bold like I acted, strong, smarter and kinder than I am on my lonesome. I listed all the things I liked about her. And then she pulled out a paper and read a speech. She talked about the things she admired about me, like my cleverness and my humor, and how it made her want to be more open.
Oh, man.
She was worried she wouldn't get the words out right, especially after that message about Isabel. It's sweet. Anyhow, when she wrapped up, I asked her to be my girlfriend. And Captain, she said yes!
Nice.
And then she sneezed again, on account of the flowery soap. It's all on your account, you know. Imagine if you'd never taken me out of Edgewater. I'd have never met Junlei at all. I don't know nothing about the Vickers capital P plan, but you've sure changed my life. So, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna head to my cabin and happy scream into my pillow for like an hour.
Have fun, girl. Gained bit cartridge. What the hell? Got a pick. picture of them. Janeway, there's Parvati. They clearly worked on Vic or Parvati more than the other companions in terms of their dialogue. Food effects stores, drink effects stores, and plus 25%. Nice. Oh, I've got time for this. Iconoclast. Marauder. And another robot legs.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Punch.
There's trolls.
Right here.
I reached the space and I don't think boldness is have a look.
Standard troop armor. Standard troop armor.
Terra 1? Last I heard, the board was in dispute with the Renegade Company. Sounded dire.
Against all odds, the unreliable takes flight.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Improved packaging. That's just like all that's thirst.
I love Byzantium.
I can't wait. What can I...
That's not enough.
I can't wait. What can I do for...
Oh wait, never did click on this.
I can't... What...
on Monarch. Let's see. Just slow you down. Better than nature. Anti-Cleo. Yes, mad of that. To a basement hall.
Not so fast. The Ministry of Accuracy. Basically, if you don't work here or for Chairman Rockwell himself. I don't know how you got that, but I still don't know. What? Oh no. You must be from Chairman Rockwell. Please.
Sorry, I'm kinda in the...
Like a woman who knows about spread mitochondria, but I take this confidence if you're busy.
Oh. Oh. You know, I always have time for sprat mitochondria, as well as charming men who can appreciate the finer points of cell biology.
Thank you. How do you feel about mitosis and meiosis, the contours of smooth endoplasmic reticulum?
Are we still talking about cell division?
This is certainly a conversation worth continuing elsewhere, but I don't think I've seen you around, and I'm sure I'd remember you.
I'm new, I probably haven't come through yet.
In that case, I can get you into the lab. Consider it a favor you can repay later. Follow me.
Oh.
Don't let the guards hear you asking questions.
Sorry, I shouldn't talk. Not without signing a waiver.
Wow. Caroline and Descartes. Ah, here it is. It's not the best choice, it's Baser's choice.
Don't worry, I haven't forgotten you. We'll continue this later.
Nice.
Parvati. Got a max.
What? Something...
Here they come.
Don't hurt me! I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
Don't worry, I haven't forgotten you. We'll continue this later.
And shuffling, we shall go. Oh.
We've got a fight on us. Bring him down!
Sneak attack. Now they showed me the beginning of the game.
Quietly now.
Seriously?
What?
Incoming!
No!
Don't mess with us.
Huh? Something?
done for.
Huh? What?
Cover!
What?
What was the...
Incoming!
What was that?
Please don't hurt me!
This one's mine!
I'll put you down, miscreants!
Open! Fire!
I don't want to die!
I don't want to die!
No! Please!
Take him
I
down!
don't want no trouble!
Huh?
Incoming!
That's the last one. You, sir, are a
Rizzo's
fabulous...
Knock You Out Bar. A CCN 76 milk chocolate bar with
Watch out, Captain!
What was that?
I soiled myself!
Try Anti-Cleos. It's better than nature.
Incoming!
You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career. I think you're being modest. I've been keeping up with you ever since Emerald Vale. Now that was an interesting piece of work. A rundown backwater, barely worth the ink on a map. Until you showed up. You walked through Edgewater and in your wake transformed it from a loyal company town to a haven for dissidents. I'm actually a little impressed. All this happened because some mysterious stranger fell out of the sky. Not always. For the longest time, I could never be sure if you were on our side or against us. You should be back on the Hope, frozen in a hibernation chamber. Yet here you are, flying about in a stolen ship, leaving a trail of paperwork in your wake. The board doesn't know what to make of you. But I do. I've seen your potential. There's so much we can do for this colony. You haven't exactly been keeping it a secret. We raised security on the Hope after Wells broke in. As for discovering the identity of the missing colonist, all we had to do was scan the passenger manifest. You have something I want. I'd like to negotiate. Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. He has a litany of charges against him. Vandalism, illegal experimentation, sedition. I could go on. Wells is a dangerous madman. His plan is going to endanger everyone in health. You're in contact with Wells. I want you to send us a trace. Wells was our mistake. We failed to apprehend him for years. I'm sending you my access code. Contact me from Wells's terminal.
Adjutant Akonde's call has been terminated. We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece.
Myself busy in your absence, optimized my... All I need now is the... What? Oh, yes, well, that's obvious. Anyone with 2 working labs can see this colony's slouching toward oblivion. Why do you think we've been doing all this? I revived... Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse? And the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us? That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. That makes 2 things we don't have. Time and chemicals to revive the other settlers. None of this was supposed to happen. I was supposed to revive the Hope's colonists. We were supposed to have enough time to solve the problem before we all starved. Human test subjects. Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board. Damn, that's not enough. Not nearly enough for the whole ship. I could revive her. We're out of time. We're out of chemicals. We may very well be out of options. If the board has their way, we're all going to be spending the rest of our lives frozen in stasis. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space, just to make room in their hibernation chambers. Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head, do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists, the brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope. dreadful gibbering law. You're a genius. We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab. Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
I don't know much about skip drives, not the physics anyhow. I do know the Hope's real massive. How's our bitty little ship supposed to skip it?
Excellent question, my sharp-witted mechanic. You will use your own ship to power up the Hope's skip drive. Your navigational computer can handle the rest.
And that's going to work, without killing us in the process. I thought intra-system microjumps were prohibited for a reason.
Yes, there's always a risk of a catastrophic collision between the Hope and, say, Terra 2, in theory. But you'll be fine, provided your calculations are correct. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then, head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope skip drive. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately. Certainly. Unlikely. The Hope is as massive as the Groundbreaker, but compared to the rings of Terra, the board might notice, possibly, depending on the position of their heads relative to the depth of their collective posture. Skip drives were never designed to be used within a system, but I skipped my ship across Halcyon when I rescued you. That is, I ruined my ship and nearly killed myself in the process, but the maneuver was well... It wouldn't surprise me. When I pulled you out of the Hope, the board nearly... I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers, scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, we can still find a way to save Halcyon. The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. You absolutely should. The adjutant must have sent you some kind of tracking code. If you don't use the code, she'll suspect you betrayed her. I think you should use the code and send a corrupted tracking signal. That should buy me some time. The board's going to catch up to me sooner or later. This way I'll have time to set up some particularly nasty defenses. Use my communications terminal to corrupt the tracking signal. While the board busies themselves trying to decipher it, I'll have plenty of time to prepare. Skip. That should do it. You've bought me more than enough time.
Captain, you have a message from Adjutant Sophia.
I'm impressed, Captain. I almost expected you wouldn't go through with it. Unfortunately, Dr. Wells found a way to corrupt the signal before we could pinpoint his location. Still, it's only a matter of time before we find him. Come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have a talk about the future of this colony. Meet me in my office.
Adjutant Akande has ended her call. Rather rudely, if I might say, considering she didn't sign off. Will there be anything else? We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Not so fast. All right, you're clear. The adjutant's expecting you. Go on through.
I admit part of me expected you to stand by your old friend. For better or worse, Wells was responsible for putting you back on your feet. That said, he's also a wanted criminal. I understand you've infiltrated the Ministry. Halcyon is on the verge of a total systems collapse. The truth is ugly and difficult to accept, but we must accept the truth before we can move. Malnutrition is already a problem. Disease will come next, followed by starvation, followed by a breakdown of society, followed by extinction. I know this must come as a surprise to you. I imagine you have questions.
The powerful make the mistakes, and the powerless are left paying the price, as it has always been. Tell me, Adjutant, have you anything to offer beyond the usual false platitudes?
I'm offering decisive action, Vicar DeSoto. I can no longer depend on lazy, weak-willed bureaucrats to help me rescue Halcyon.
Is that why we were suffering plague in Edgewater? Malnutrition? All those folks sick and dying, and you knew why the whole time?
Yes, Miss Holcomb, we knew why. We've known for some time that Edgewater was dying. The colony itself is dying. The suffering you experienced in Edgewater, the disease, the starvation, will soon spread across Halcyon unless we act. I won't pretend the truth isn't damning. Yes, the colony is on the verge of collapse, but there is a way to save it. I'll answer. The Lifetime Employment Program is not some malevolent strategy of an evil man. The program is logical. Byzantium is the beating heart of our colony. And as long as Byzantium survives, help me execute the Lifetime Employment Program. And you will have earned a place of honor. We need to talk about Emerald Vale. You handed Edgewater over to a band of dissidents. I can't have this. Adelaide McDevitt and her people have no place in the Halcyon that is to come. Edgewater needs to go. I want you to wipe the town out. No survivors.
I cannot condone this plan. Wanton, senseless destruction of life is never the solution.
I don't need you to approve of my plan, Vicar. I need you to get it done.
You're a monster.
Someone has to be. Now is not the time for half measures, Captain. Don't make this more difficult than it needs to be, Captain. I'm disappointed. I was so sure you had potential.
Look out! Bro!
I'll take your confession now.
I'll fix you right up!
Well done. We're still alive. Here they come!
No present!
Take us down!
Incoming!
Sending a corrupted tracking signal to the board was quite clever, if I might say, Captain. We have arrived at the Hope. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive. If your calculations are even slightly off, you could board the sun. The Hope is the Groundbreaker's prettier, sleeker sister. She wandered off and got lost for 70. Also, there are hundreds of thousands of frozen organic life forms hibernating in. Forgetfulness can be an early warning. I need you to reroute power. You'll have to... You killed the adjutant? We are outlaws in the truest sense of the word now.
That ought to do her, Captain.
What? I'm gonna take him down!
What's that? Better take a look.
Here they come!
authorized personnel.
Can you hear me? I see you've located the stasis chambers. Which part would you
We got trouble! Chill!
Investigate.
That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him.
Open the fucking door, Will. No. You're killing us. Better you than the colonists. It's idiotic. If we keep the ship afloat, they'll die anyway. Necessary risk. Rizzy is plotting our course. The ship will fly true. We're gambling with hundreds of thousands of people's lives. And you're handpicking which view you'll consume in your madness. Damn me, Alex. Find me a fucking truth. I think I'm done. I don't know what Captain you did out there, but yeah.
Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system. It's a rather cramped feeling, but it'll do. Probably not, but don't let that stop you. My Constellation executables could use some beefing up. Searching. Please stand by. Ah, found one. Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skip and also potentially kill an entire planet. How is my humor now, Captain? Jump-starting the skip drive.
Well, it's been a good life.
Doing it. I mean, affirmative.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years? On a derelict ship.
That is what my captain intends, yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport, and this will cause extreme damage.
0 point.
Yes, I am aware of that.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are a go. Captain, I would advise you to hold on to something. Now.
There's the Hope. Oh, he was in one of the asteroids. Wow. Holy crap, we made it. Without crashing into the planet too.
Oh, good. We are